actually started the patch at the end of April. I think it was the 28th
Okay, in
of
this year,
April.
2025.
Yeah, in this year, 2025.
Okay.
I had 28 years prior, I had been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I've been taking 3 shots a day for 28 years, 15 units a day. In other words, three sets of five.
Hmm.
Still kind of running higher than what it should have been blood sugar. I was monitoring my eating and working out, and the challenge I was having was that every time the doctors would ask me, it was that I wasn't having any kind of symptoms. As far as am I getting lightheaded, dizzy, any kind of strange things going on? I wasn't doing that. I was actively swimming 3 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week, walking through parks, doing everything pretty actively.
Right.
But when my friend introduced me to the patch, I had been praying for something to come along because giving yourself shots is just not the best part of the day.
Yeah.
So uh, when Erica shared the patch with me, I knew immediately that I had to try it. I had to give it a try. And after 2 months of being on the patch, my blood sugar had really done some amazing things. It just balanced out. I was waking up. Actually, I started because I still was kind of giving myself, I had cut back on the amount of insulin I was giving myself, but
Mhm.
it started waking me up at 3:30 and 4 o'clock in the morning because my blood sugar was dropping too low. I wear a Libre monitor, and the alarm would go off at 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning and wake me up because my blood sugar was down to 68, 65.
Wow.
Yeah, and that got scary. So I told when I had a visit coming up to see the doctor, and when I told the doctor, well, because I stopped taking it, I didn't give any shots after that, but I explained to them when a few days later what had happened, and he said, well, it just because I'm on a sliding scale, when my blood sugar's in a certain place, I wouldn't give myself a shot anyway.
Right.
So I haven't had a shot since the 1st of July. And I feel amazing.
Wow.
I'm back in the gym. This is divine appointment, man. There's no other way to put that. This is
Yeah.
an assignment that people need to understand that if there are certain people that won't hear about this unless you tell them.
Right.
Because you say no, you're saying no more to if you say no because you don't understand or worse, don't believe, then you're cutting off a lot of things that go on. That's the mild side of the journey. Because in between there, and I know I got to get off. In between there, I had a situation where I had gone for a couple of, well, actually 4.5 mile walk, finished my walk, and my feet were bleeding. And I ended up losing 6 of my toenails from that walk and 2 of my toes because but that was the upside. The downside was when they examined me, they found that I had blockage behind both of my knees. 90% of my carotid arteries on both sides of my neck were blocked. They were looking at me like, how are you even still here? And in between waiting on them to do the surgery for that, this was way before the patch came along, any knowledge of that. But I had a cousin who knew about the patch a year prior to my having to have a major surgery and amputation that he did not tell me about it because he thought I was going through so many things and I just don't think he fully understood what he had. And after I've gone through and ended up having an amputation of my right foot because my heel would not heal. And the doctors supposed I'll be in anyway. The doctor supposedly scraping it and keep me from getting septic and all that kind of stuff. I just know that had I known about this, none of that would have had to take place. I have no doubt. So
Yeah. And
I'm
James,
excited, man.
let me interrupt
Yeah,
you right there because you said something powerful. That's why we need to share this with people. Don't worry
yeah,
about them rejecting you. You're trying to help them.
yes.
You're not mad because somebody shared it with you, are you?
Wow, that's the best sharing I've had in my life because there were times that last year, well, yeah, early part of last year, I was in and out of the hospital every other month, and at one point I spent 30 days in the hospital because my blood pressure kept dropping. Different things kept happening. They were giving me, and the pain that I was in with my foot. They were giving me morphine. They were doing all kinds of stuff to kind of help me out. So yes, I'm excited that someone thought enough and shared this with me. It's divine assignment because
And
this has never happened in our lifetime.
let me interject something right there. That's powerful also. It's a divine appointment, divine assignment, because I've had people tell me, no, I'm just going to believe God. Well, wait a minute now. Isaiah
Yeah.
took he took a clump of figs and put it on Hezekiah's boil and saved his life. God told him to do that. So
Yes.
there's
Yes.
only one way it's happening, and that's by divine
Yes.
appointment.